Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups and life issues. And your story counts. Go to writemac.com if you want to book a session or you want to send your story in. The boyfriend who drinks like a kid. Hey, coach, I'm 32 years old and I've got a 22-year-old boyfriend. Well, good for you. You're rocking the cradle. Friends joke that he's just my intimacy toy. At first, that was true, but somewhere along the way, I fell in love with him. He cares about me, and I care about him too. Well, this is how love happens sometimes. It's not planned. There's no recipe. There's no like, oh, in 20 days, you'll get love. It happens over time. It happens with moments. It happens with trust. And the longer you're together, hopefully, in most cases, love prevails. But his age shows in all the worst ways. He's a bad drinker, the kind who drinks just to get wasted. When he's drunk, he can make a scene. One night he refused to pay his bar tab, and the bartender called me to come settle it. Later that night, we went to 7-Eleven. He stole a sandwich. It's little things like this that keep happening. He's not an alcoholic, just a reckless drinker. Well, newsflash, he's got a drinking problem. However you want to clarify that or classify it, it's up to you. I'm not interested in getting in an argument over that. But if he's 22, he's nowhere near the consequences of quitting. Right? Also, the fact that you're defending him already, saying, oh, he's not an alcoholic, he's just a reckless drinker. What's worse? Right? The guy stole a sandwich at 7-Eleven. This is extremely low morals, right? And you're treating him like you're taking care of him. You're his caretaker. So what are you getting from this, right? By the way, if you're 32 and he's 22, I'm just going to give it to you straight. It's probably not going to last anyways. Okay. It's just not a good age gap. You can do age gaps of 10 years. Every age gap, the higher the amount of years, it's a little bit more difficult. Is it possible? Absolutely. It's just that the odds are against you. Now, you being the female and him being the male, it's even worse. Okay. Number two, when you get to 34, 35 and he's 24, you're just going to be more insecure. Okay. So this relationship is not going to be long-term anyways, most likely, let alone the fact that you are putting up with what you're putting up with, okay? I'm tired. I feel like I'm turning into his mom. I'm always the one setting boundaries, telling him what he can and can't do. He says sorry, promises to do better, and for a moment, I believe him. Sounds like an alcoholic to me. Nothing comes before the drink for an alcoholic, but also at the same time, they're extremely clever at lying and making it not about their accountability, okay? But nothing changes. I still love him. Okay, so love can prevail. Unconditional love. You can have this for family members, friends, and so on. When you're in a relationship, a romantic relationship, and you're going to accept this, good luck. You can accept it. The fact that you don't have kids, you're not married, I don't know if you're living together or not. That would be a whole nother part of this story if you're living together and you're supporting them. But this kid, 22-year-olds are already immature by nature. He's extremely immature with a drinking problem, and he steals. Can we stop there? I enjoy his company, but I also need to find a way out. Okay, so newsflash, you're writing a story on YouTube right now. So, Mr. Mac, what should I do? And if the answer is break up, how? All in. Okay, what you're doing is you're trying to build some kind of case to make this decision. The guy stole a sandwich from 7-Eleven. That's not enough. He refused to pay a bar tab. That's not enough. You feel like you're his mom in a monogamous adult relationship. That's not enough. And you're thinking you don't want to be the bad guy is what I think. You're still attracted to him and you still have love to him, and I bet the intimacy is outstanding. Those are things that are hard to overcome. Now, if you really want to break up, you got to go all in. And this guy will be at your door. He'll be calling you over and over again, but you just got to set the line. Personally, the way you wrote this, I don't think you're ready. Some harsher things need to happen, unfortunately, but you know that this is bad news for you. But I would add, what happens when you're 34, 35, and he's 24, 25, and you've aged 3 or 4 more years, right? Is this going to be, even if you didn't have all the problems, the age gap's a little bit tough. Let's be honest, okay? Questions to reflect on. What's the emotional cost of staying in a relationship where you feel like the parent? Think about that for a minute. Relationship, you're not meant to be a parent in an adult relationship. It's not good, okay? And adults that are 22, they don't want you to be their parent. So it's a double-edged sword, right? What if someone was trying to be your parent in the relationship? Would you put up with that? Would you listen to them? Even if it's good advice, this is often something someone will say, well, you're not my mom, you're not my dad, you're not my parent. And there's a lot of 22-year-olds out there, 23, 21, that are highly immature, let alone a drinking problem. Okay? And you're just in a place where you're just starting to find yourself at 32, I hope. Number 2, question to reflect on. Is love enough when your values and maturity levels are mismatched? It can be. Listen, everyone conveys love differently. Everyone has their own path towards what they believe love is. Some people are unconditional. They're all in. Once they're in, it's all heart. They accept everything. That's completely up to you. That comes with consequences. It comes with a feeling of unfairness over time. But the reality is, it's going to come to a point where you're going to get tired of it. And someone that steals or doesn't pay bills, they have responsibility issues, right? And if you want to be responsible for them, good luck. That's not something you want to do in a relationship long term. So this relationship, it's just not sustainable. If someone else described this relationship to you, what advice would you give them? That's a question for you, right? What would you give them?